General MacArthur drops a atomic bomb.
Hey everyone, we're back with Operation Crimson Glory. This is turn 3 for the Allies. Starting off with the purchases, the United States has bought 2 destroyers, a transport, and 2 diplomacy roles. NATO is paying off the 6 damage to their miner, 3 infantry, 3 tanks, 3 destroyers, and a transport. In the Pacific, NATO is buying 3 tanks, a miner, a diplomacy, and a tech. And the United States is buying 2 destroyers. So we'll get these done first. So first, on the diplomacy side, NATO is going to try for Borneo. Fail. And they're going to once again go for the war bonds tech. Fail. Then we'll go over to the United States, who is going to diplomacy roll for Spain. Ooh, and the United States got it. Look at that. So that'll be +2 to the United States. Over to the sheet. That gives them 6. So let's get a marker. And then closed. And there's that. Going over the attacks, the United States has to try and clear Sea Zone 101 from that Soviet sub, or else they're not going to be able to get their next round of forces moving towards Europe. NATO, along with the help of the United States, is going to try and clear up the enemy submarines in the Sea Zone off Scotland. NATO is going to launch a blitz movement into Leningrad against the Soviets. Down here, a combined US-NATO attack is moving to liberate southern France. NATO is undertaking a massive attack to try and destroy the Russian Air Force that is based in northern Italy. Coming across the board here, the only other... we have the U.S. bombers making strategic bombing raids against the Chinese coast. And then Sato with U.S. air cover is going to attempt to try and sink the communist fleet around Japan. So we'll start getting all this set up. We'll move on to the first battle here. So we got 2 destroyers for 2. And we got 1 sub for 1. So we'll go for that. So, I got my partner Airsoft Commando here this time. He's actually here in person, so he can actually roll for the communists. So we'll start. So the U.S. has got 2 for 2. Misses his submarine. Miss. Well, I'll press the attack on that. Gotta get that sub out of there. Wow, still nothing.
Opposite.
Still nothing.
That's not what I need.
Come on. What is with these rolls?
Come on.
Good Lord.
There
it is.
Ooh.
Nothing.
All right.
So the United States wins back Sea Zone 101 and destroys the Russians. Sorry. We'll move right along. We'll go right over into the battle up here in the North Sea. Got our 2 destroyers. Then we got our battleship. This tactical is paired with the fighter. And then we got the fighter and that tactical. And the Soviets get 3, or no, sorry, they have 4 subs defending. If I can get them set up, I do apologize. I seem to be doing that a lot in this set of videos this time around. All right, so starting with NATO, 2 for 2. There's 1 hit. Then we got 2 for 3. No hits, and then 2 for 4. 1 hit. All right, so the Russians will shoot back with 4 for 1.
Come on, at least 1.
Nothing. All right. So there are 2 more Soviet subs. I will press the attack. So we'll go 2 for 2. There's 1. 2 for 3. And there's the other.
There it is. Yeah.
So,
Come on, at least one. Oh, there we go.
there is. He got one of the NATO destroyers. So that is it for the battle for C-Zone 111. We'll get the forces back on the map. A quasi-successful NATO attack.
IPC-wise, it's still successful.
Yes. Moving on. Now we got the NATO tanks. The 4 NATO tanks blitzing into Karelia and then into Novigrad. We don't need to move that over to the battle board. That'll be pretty quick here. So the NATO's got 4 for 3. Oops. 3 hits. That's all the Leningrad defenders. And then the Leningrad defenders 1 for 2 or 1 for 3.
Yeah, 1 for 3. Nothing.
Miss and a 1 for 4.
There it is.
And there's one Russian tank, or one NATO tank. Novigrad has been taken. Immediately, really quick. This will become a minor. And that is altogether -3 from the Russians and 3 for NATO. And they're both tied at 60. I'll quickly get the markers down for Karelia and Novigrad. I will get a minor out. While I'm doing that, Airsoft Commando is going to start setting up the battle for Northern Italy. And I'll give them a hand now that I am free.
Do tacticals get a 4 with their defending with some
No.
fighter support? That's what I thought. All right.
It's only on the attack.
Yeah.
Kind of going all in on some overkill here.
That's the smart play.
Just a little bit of smart play. All right, let's do this. All right, so we got 1 for 1. Miss. Let's see. So 6. We got 7 for 3. Oh, so that's 1, 2. 3, 4. We'll roll this last one. 5. I think that's actually all of them
That's
already.
everything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so that's all of
So
them.
that's
So
2
he'll
for
roll
3.
2 for 3.
Yeah, 2 for 3, you're right. 1 hit.
1. And then 3 for 4.
All hit 4.
All
so
3
4
hits.
hit.
So let's do 1, 2. Actually, as much as I don't want to, I got to keep a strong enough ground force in northern Italy. So we'll keep that. So that is the end of the battle for northern Italy. That is -4 for the Russians and +4 to NATO. Let's see here. Next, we'll quickly clean up the board again real fast. And then he was part of that too, but we'll just kind of,
As if you needed him.
yeah, as if I needed another jet. Just put all these in northern Italy for right now. We'll set up for the invasion of southern France for the Allied
Well, it's just one
recaptured.
infantry. I don't know if we have to.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. I got an infantry. I have 2 infantry, a tank, and attack, and the attack will hit on a 4 because he is paired with the.
You know what? We'll just assume you got me, and I'll just roll 1 defense roll.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
The chances of you not hitting me is insane.
And that was a miss. So that is southern France back in Allied control. Just want to make sure I'm not screwing up the map a little bit. All right, so that's another.
3?
Yep, that's another -3 for the Soviets and +3 for NATO. Oh, goodness gracious. I am just being a, what do you want to call it? Got bad fingers today. All right, let's see here. And then we just got our, and then we have the 2 strategic bombing raids. So if my communist friend, we'll start with this one. So roll 1 for your anti-aircraft gun.
Yes.
And it's on a 1 or less.
Yes.
It has to be a 1. So let's see here.
Nothing.
Nope. So
Exact
I will roll
opposite.
my damage.
1.
2 more. That's another 2 damage on that one. So I'll just set that there for now. We'll place it there in a little bit. All right, so then the second strategic bombing raid.
Oh,
Oh, close. 4 damage. All right. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage there. Take a quick break here real quick and we'll get the sea battle set up around Japan. All right, we're back from our break with our final battle. I don't think we have to move these to the battle board.
Yeah,
I think we'll be okay.
pretty
So
simple.
the Allies will attack with 2 for 2 and 2 for 3, with the Communists defending with a 2 and a 3. So we're oh, there are my dice. All right, so the 2 Sato destroyers at 2. They got 1.
Yep.
And then the 2 fighters. All right, so now the Communists will roll their defense dice. So they'll be rolling 1 for 2.
There we go.
There's a hit, and then 1 for 3.
Nothing.
Nothing. All right, so that is 1 Sato destroyer gone. That is the entire Communist fleet around Japan destroyed. Will move. The Allied player will move into doing his non-combats, and I'll move into doing my non-combats and my deployments, and we'll get back with an overview of the map soon. All right, wrapping up turn 3 for the Allies. The Allies are slowly getting more troops over to Europe. They had some good victories. Just kind of an overview. They're reinforcing Israel, trying to get more reinforcements into France. Now they don't have to worry about the submarine threat anymore. They can start, at least for the short term, get more convoys headed for Europe. Sato is falling back into India in anticipation for a Russian strike into India. Sato's pulling back in anticipation for the Chinese attacks that are coming their way. And also, Sato and the United States are preparing their forces for, which will more than likely be an attempt to retake Japan from the Communists. At the end of the turn, the United States gets 52, so they are at 55 at the end of the turn. NATO got 60. NATO collects 67, and they stayed at 67 because they spent all their money at the beginning, and then Sato earns 32, and they end up with 25, 30, 34 at the end of their turn. So that is the end of turn 3 for the Allies in Operation Crimson Glory, and we'll be back soon with the beginning of turn 4.